Hello everyone. So today we will study about the EM wave propagation in heavy loss condition. Yesterday हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा था लॉसलेस कंडीशन के लिए. लॉसलेस कंडीशन का केस क्या था? लॉसलेस कंडीशन में हमारा सिग्मा इज इक्वल टू 0 था. ओके, अब हम लोग पढ़ेंगे EM wave propagation. Sorry. In heavy loss conditions. Okay. इन हेवी लॉस कंडीशन हमारा क्या केस है कंडक्टर्स के लिए, जहाँ पे क्या होता है ना EM वेव का हेवी लॉस होता है, मीन्स एटेन्यूएशन बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है एंड बहुत ज़्यादा एटेन्यूएशन होता है. इन दैट केस सिग्मा इज मच मच ग्रेटर देन ओमेगा एप्सिलॉन. सो सिग्मा बाय ओमेगा एप्सिलॉन will be much greater than 1. Okay, so this is the condition for heavy loss. Okay, it occurs in conductor. Done. So now our gamma formula, that is given as j omega mu under bracket sigma plus j omega epsilon. But in heavy loss conditions, sigma is much greater than j omega e. So this is much greater than this term. Okay, so this will be dominant. So what we can write, we can ignore this term. Okay, because this is much here sigma is much greater than omega epsilon. So this will become under root j omega mu and only sigma, because sigma plus j omega epsilon will be only sigma, because let's suppose if we add 1 to 10,000 it will become 10,001. So 1 is ignorant. Now how we can write this term? We can write j as 90 degree. Okay, so this will become omega mu sigma and angle 90 degree. So this is an under root, so when it will come out, our gamma will become under root omega mu sigma and 45 degree. So how we can write in the when we'll expand this, we can write it as under root omega mu sigma by root 2, because sine 45 degree. Let me erase this. So this will be, the real term will be omega mu sigma by 2, because under root 2 tha, plus complex part will be j omega mu sigma by 2. Okay, so this is our gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. So this is our attenuation constant and this is our phase constant. Okay, in the same way our intrinsic impedance formula eta was under root j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So now in heavy loss condition sigma is much greater than j omega epsilon, तो ये हमारा हो जाएगा j omega mu by sigma. तो अगर हम लोग इसको लिखेंगे, इसको हम लोग ऐसे लिख सकते हैं ओमेगा म्यू sigma, this j is under root 90 degree. When this angle will come out, it will become omega mu sigma angle 45 degree. So our eta will be omega mu here 2 sigma, because 1 by root 2 and cos 45 degree is also 1 by root 2, so it will become omega mu 2 sigma. And what is eta? Eta is r plus jx. So our this is equivalent to r and this is equivalent to x. Okay, so up to this clear? Just write one note point. In a conductor, eta's phase, what is the eta's phase? That is 45 degree. Okay, eta's phase will be equal to 45 degree. So up to this clear? Now we will study the next concept, that is skin depth or depth of penetration, that is denoted by delta. Okay, so our skin depth is denoted by delta. Okay, so what is skin depth? So I will tell you the formula of skin depth, but before that let's understand one thing, that the electric field is given as E naught into e to the power minus alpha z. Okay, so now this e is the exponential. Okay, so now let's suppose z is equal to 1 by alpha. Then what is our e will become? E will become e naught into 1 by alpha, that is e to the power minus 1. So e naught by e. E value is 2.71, so this will be 0.37 e naught. Okay, now we will again keep z is equal to 1 by alpha, so it will become 0.13 e naught. Okay, so this time again it will become 1 by e, the magnitude will be divided by e. Now when we will again keep z is equal to 1 by alpha, then it will be again divided by 1 by e, so this will be e naught divided by e to the power q. Okay, so what we can observe from here, that in the exponentially decaying amplitude, the first 1 by alpha distance traveled is wave majority of the amplitude is lost, and wave reaches to a threshold of 1 by e times initial value. This is called skin depth. See, when the wave is traveling to z is equal to 1 by alpha, it is the 1 by e means e is divided by e, that is exponential. So that much amplitude is decayed, so the exponentially decaying amplitude, and after that the major part of amplitude has decayed. So I will write the definition, then you will understand. skin depth. In an exponentially decaying amplitude, the first 1 by alpha distance traveled the first 1 by alpha distance traveled is the wave majority of the amplitude is lost. And wave reaches to a threshold. Threshold of 1 by e times the initial value. Okay, so up to this clear? Are you understanding the definition? And this is only called the skin depth. Okay, this 1 by alpha, this depth is called as a skin depth. This is called skin depth. Okay, see what happens in this is our exponentially decaying amplitude because e is proportional to the e to the power minus alpha. So the first 1 by alpha distance traveled, when we travel the first 1 by alpha distance, the amplitude decays by 1 by e times. So the majority of the amplitude is lost and wave reaches to a threshold of 1 by e times the initial value. This phenomena is called as skin depth. So up to this clear? So now the skin depth is given as 1 by alpha, and previously we have found that alpha is equal to under root omega mu sigma by 2. Okay, so this will be is equal to 2 by omega mu sigma, because we already found alpha is equal to omega mu sigma divided by 2. So clear? So our skin depth, that is equal to 2 by omega mu sigma. We can write it as, we can again multiply sigma in the denominator and numerator. So we will get this sigma square will come out to become 1 by sigma under root 2 sigma by omega mu. Okay, so and we also saw that here our r is equal to under root omega mu by 2 sigma. So r is equal to omega mu by 2 sigma. So this is reciprocal of r, so it will become 1 by sigma into 1 by rs. This is our delta is our skin depth. Here delta is skin depth, sigma is conductivity, and rs is eta's the impedance of wave, real part. Okay, real part of the impedance of wave. and this is called as surface resistance. Okay, so a skin effect laws in waveguides, antennas, and ground wave propagation use a skin depth calculation, that is the calculation of delta. So it can be asked in examination, they can ask you to calculate the skin depth. Okay, so this is clear. And now I'm just giving you just a little note point that in the propagation of wave, E field is perpendicular to H field, that is perpendicular to the propagation of direction. Okay, this is the basic things you should know. So our this topic is finished. Now we will study wave polarization. Okay, so in the wave polarization I will give you just a formula and it will be very easy for you. Or just leave, I will teach this wave polarization later on. Let's study the Poynting vector, because see, wave polarization and all very rare they ask questions in the examination. So the very important topic this time they have mentioned specifically in the syllabus, that is the Poynting vector. So I will tell you the wave polarization after Poynting vector concept. So the next topic is power density, and Poynting vector. See, after finishing this Poynting vector, we will study wave polarization, because it will take some time and syllabus is a little modified. So accordingly I will teach. And after that we will start transmission line. Okay, so this is the sequence. So let's finish this today. Power density, and Poynting vector. See, power is given as V into I. You must be knowing this, you must have studied in network theory. So voltage is given as work done per unit charge, and current is given as charge per unit time. Okay, so the unit is this, and this two will get cancelled. So unit will be joule per second, because the unit of work is joule and unit of time is second. So this is watts. The unit of power is watt. Now our E cross H vector is given as volts per meter. The unit of magnetic field intensity is given as amperes per meter. So this, this meter will not get cancelled. So this will become volt into ampere. So VI is equal to watts divided by per meter square. So this is the power intensity. Okay, so now we'll use our, just for unit I have told, the unit of E cross H will be watts per meter square. So now we will use Maxwell's fourth law. Using Maxwell's fourth equation. So in the Maxwell's fourth equation, del cross H, that is given as conduction current plus displacement current. So the conduction current is given as sigma into E, and displacement current is given as del D by del T, and we can write D as epsilon into E. So epsilon del E by del T. So this is our Maxwell's fourth law. Now we will take dot product of E on both the sides. Okay. Then what we will get? We will get del cross H dot E, that is equal to sigma E square plus epsilon del E dot E by del T. Okay. So H dot del cross E minus, see, when we will break this term del cross H dot E, we will get H dot del cross E minus del dot E cross H, that is equal to sigma E square plus epsilon del E by del T dot E. Okay. So now we will take that H dot del cross E term. So first, see here, in this formula we will keep this term and sigma E square in the left hand side, and we will take H dot del cross H in the right hand side. So we will get minus del dot E cross H minus sigma E square, that is equal to epsilon del E dot E divided by del T. Okay, and H dot del cross E. So what is del cross E? That is mu del H by del T. You must be knowing from the Maxwell's equation. So it will become mu del H by del T dot H. Okay. So now you also know that x dx is equal to dx squared by 2. So here again E del E. Okay. So that will be equal to E squared by 2, and H del H, that is equal to H squared by 2. So we will take common. So it will become minus del dot E cross H minus sigma E square, that is equal to, हम del by del T को common ले लेंगे. Okay. And our E dot del E will be equal to E square by 2. See here we can write E del E, that is equal to del E square by 2. हम लोग del common ले लिया है, तो यहाँ पे E square by 2 आएगा, and epsilon is also there. So it will be epsilon E square divided by 2. Similarly, it will become mu H square divided by 2. Now what we will do, we will take the volume integral on both the sides. So it will become, माइनस साइन को कॉमन लेके राइट हैंड साइड में भेज देने पर हम लोग को यहाँ पे आ जाएगा डेल डॉट ई क्रॉस एच डीवी प्लस सिग्मा ई स्क्वायर डीवी, दैट इज इक्वल टू, माइनस साइन कॉमन लिया था इसलिए माइनस डेल बाई डेल टी volume integral half E squared plus half mu h squared, okay, dv. So हम लोग इसको क्या लिख सकते हैं, डेल डॉट यहाँ पे देखो हम लोग E क्रॉस H है, तो डेल डॉट E क्रॉस H dv को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं क्लोज सरफेस इंटीग्रल के रूप में E क्रॉस H ds, ओके। गॉस डाइवर्जेंस लॉ आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा मैथमेटिक्स में भी। एंड यहाँ पे सिग्मा ई को जे लिख देंगे, सो जे डॉट ई डी वी दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस डेल बाई डेल टी ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल हाफ एप्सिलॉन ई स्क्वायर प्लस हाफ म्यू एच स्क्वायर dv। तो अब यहाँ पे हमारा 3 टर्म्स बन रहा है। तो अब देखो, तो राइट हैंड साइड में जो टर्म है दैट इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक एनर्जी दैट इज डिक्रीजिंग इनसाइड ऑफ वॉल्यूम, हेंस द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो है टर्म, ये टर्म हमारा है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक पावर क्रॉसिंग थ्रू द सरफेस एंड द ओमिक पावर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द मीडियम और इन द वॉल्यूम, ओके। सो एक बार और हम लोग फॉर्मूला को लिख लेते हैं। तो हमारा फॉर्मूला जो है E क्रॉस H ds प्लस ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल J डॉट E dv दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस डेल बाई डेल टी ट्रिपल इंटीग्रल हाफ E स्क्वायर प्लस हाफ म्यू एच स्क्वायर dv, ओके। तो अब देखो, ये जो हमारा राइट हैंड टर्म है दिस इज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक एनर्जी डिक्रीजिंग इनसाइड अ वॉल्यूम, और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो है वो हमारा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक पावर क्रॉसिंग थ्रू द सरफेस। E क्रॉस H क्या है, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक पावर, एंड दैट इज क्रॉसिंग थ्रू द सरफेस, ओके। Electromagnetic power crossing through the surface, okay, and our this term is ohmic power produced in the medium or in the volume, ohmic power produced in the medium or volume, okay, and this J dot E that is equal to sigma E square, this is VI power, that is ohmic power, okay, or electron vibration or ohmic power. These are the terms it is known as, because in examination they can use any term. See, they will give these two terms and they will ask you, they will give 20 unit as electromagnetic power crossing through the surface, 20 unit of ohmic power, and they will ask you to find electromagnetic energy decreasing inside of volume. So it will be minus 40 because 20 20 and this is the minus sign. Okay, and J dot E, the unit will be amps per meter square, volt per meter. So it will be power, ampere into voltage will be watt, that is power per meter cube. So it will be power density. E cross H, that is equal to power density or strength of the power of the EM wave. That is equal to Poynting vector in direction of propagation. Okay, so this is only the Poynting vector. This E cross H is the Poynting vector in direction of propagation. Okay, so up to this clear. So now we will have the note points. Then you will understand it more clear. The first note point is half E epsilon into E square, that is equal to del by del V, half epsilon. See, E can be written as eta into H, because E by H is equal to eta. So that is equal to half epsilon. Eta is also written as mu by E. This will be a square. So that will be equal to half. This E and E will get cancelled after squaring. Mu H squared. Okay. So that is equal to differentiation of work done in magnetic field with respect to volume. Okay, this is the first note point. The second note point, that is electric field is propagating in x direction and wave is propagating in z direction cross H ZT y. Magnetic field is propagating in y direction, that is equal to P ZT Z. Power is propagating in z direction along the direction of wave. So this is E naught e to the power minus alpha z e to the power j omega t minus beta z. This can be represented like this, AX. Okay, our magnetic field is represented as H naught e to the power minus alpha z e to the power j omega t minus beta z, and direction of magnetic field is in the y direction. Okay, so harmonic form or phasor form of Poynting vector. So this is harmonic form or phasor form of the pointing vector. Done. The next, see, now there is no time to discuss anything extra, that's why I am just teaching. Don't get bored. If you are getting bored, you can watch the lecture, you can stop, pause it, and you can watch after 5 minutes, like that. You can take a break in between, but we need to complete the syllabus as soon as possible. Okay, the next is time average pointing vector. Okay, so pz average, that is equal to ERMS into HRMS. So our ERMS will be divided by, means total magnitude divided by root 2. Okay, divided by root 2 cross H naught e to the power minus alpha z divided by root 2. So we will get E naught H naught divided by 2, and this will get added e to the power minus 2 alpha z. Okay, sorry, here it will be z. Done. So see, E naught H naught can divided by 2 is written as P naught e to the power minus 2 alpha z. Okay, so this is our third note point, and if you face any difficulty, you can ask me anytime. I'm available on call, WhatsApp, or anywhere. Where P naught is equal to E naught H naught divided by 2, that is power density at Z is equal to 0. Power density at Z is equal to 0. And see, our power density is decaying in the 2 alpha rate, because minus 2 alpha into Z. Okay, so power density decays by 2 into alpha rate. Okay, and the last note point, that is, alternatively we can write PZ average, that is equal to half E cross H conjugate. Here conjugate is used for amplitude calculation, as power depends on amplitude only. Okay, use this formula to solve the previous year GATE questions. Here conjugate is used for amplitude calculations, as power depends on amplitude only. Okay, so up to this clear. So today we have completed the pointing vector concept, and I would like to tell you that you now solve the previous year questions based on these formulas and topics, and if you face any difficulty, you can ask me anytime. I'm available on WhatsApp, phone call, or anywhere. Okay, so thank you so much. So I'm closing the lecture right now. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much.